Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So today we have a very special video. I was planning to shoot a video because we are soon moving to Sweden about the difference between Taiwan, life in Sweden. And then I find an article that was written by a girl who lived in Europe, a Taiwanese girl. And then after a while, as I kept reading, I felt like this was a little bit too familiar, you know, because she had a Swedish boyfriend and she had been living in France and living in Germany.
So maybe you read my article?
Yeah, so after a while as I was reading, I realized like, oh my god, this is you who wrote this. And you wrote this before you are a YouTuber. Your photo popped up. And I was like, what the? That was really interesting.
What is the point of this video? You already talked for 1 minute.
Yeah, so I thought I will read you this article. I'm just gonna read it and then we will see your reaction. Someone asked me why I don't want to go back to Taiwan, get a job and settle down. I answered with something that might sound harsh to Taiwanese, because I don't like Taiwanese culture. The Taiwanese culture I'm referring to isn't historical relics or literature, but the distance between people and how they get along with one another. I know that nobody can completely escape the restriction of any culture. That's why I would rather bear the loneliness and wander between different cultures like a drifter. I feel very uncomfortable when living in Taiwan, sometimes even painful. Everything I do is restricted, no matter when and where, and is bound by an unreasonable ethic and value system. I felt nothing of this when I was still in Taiwan. It only hit me when I was in France. It was a school party in France. I saw some familiar faces among the sea of strangers, and we started talking like we had known each other all of our lives. We laughed and danced, and I suddenly felt a sense of infinitive freedom. Because here, nobody would ask me about my family background, work experience, and education. No one knew my past and they didn't care. All they could see was a girl laughing and dancing around. They didn't know I was from a single parent family or whether or not I had good grades. They didn't know I'm actually shy and only have a few friends. They knew nothing about the past 20-something years of my life, but only saw the person I was that night. I could create a brand new me, or should I say, I could actually be the person I really was. It was then I realized the heaviness of the shackles that held me back before. Since second grade, the teacher would always ask some general questions about the student families on the first day of school. I remember the teacher would say, "Please raise your hand or stand up if you are from a single parent family." I would raise my hand and my classmate would stare at me. Some showed no expression while others looked confused or sympathetic. Okay, now everyone knows I'm from a kid from a single parent family. This label made me feel that I was an underprivileged species. Perhaps people say they don't really have any comments regarding single parent kids, but what if every teacher needs to point out this fact? Even when I was in high school, my homeroom teacher asked my boyfriend at the time, "Out of all girls in class, why do you want to go out with her? What's wrong with her? She's from a single parent family. Do you know they have complicated and abnormal mental issues?" Even though I had done nothing, I was still labeled with all kinds of definitions, so people started treating me according to these words.
So can I say?
Yeah,
because
sure.
when you talk about, when the teacher, like if you are from a single parent family, please stand up, then I have to stand up or raise my hand. So, but then when you say it, I laugh because...
Yeah, I wonder why.
No, because your teacher also pointed out, Jonas only have one kidney.
The teacher like to point out our weakness.
Yeah, maybe the teacher doesn't mean anything bad.
Nah.
Like they just want to be a little bit protective, but it hurts the kid.
Yeah, you mean like she only had one parent to treat her?
Yeah, so
nice.
like, yeah. And then Jonas only have one kidney, raise up your
Oh yeah, one kidney kid. No, oh my god.
You know, when I wrote this article, maybe I was only 24.
Yeah.
And now I am 34.
Yeah.
I think I was much more fragile and vulnerable. So these small things really hurt me. But now, after 10 years, you know, being a grown-up, then when I think about it, I really feel I was pretty cynic. I don't think what I wrote is wrong. It was just like the teenager me, you know. I think I settled down and I have my own friends now. And I think my friends, of course I pick my friends, and they are really nice. They don't really, you know, judge me or from my background. they kind of more like they accept me, so I think that's better.
Aside from this childhood trauma, I was deeply influenced by the pretty girl culture in college. In Taiwan, good looks are very important. Taiwanese men like to frequently criticize the physical appearance of women. For example, Western men have never criticized my appearance during my 3 years living overseas. But when I meet up with my old guy friends in Taiwan, the first thing they said to me was, "You look fatter, and Swedish food must be delicious, huh?" This is why I truly believe I was fat all these years. I really thought I was fat, and I tried all kinds of methods to lose weight. However, at that time my weight was only 42 kilograms.
I am 46 now.
Yeah, but I think you also do this culture, because I did a health test the other day and I find out my fat percentage is 21%. And you should be 20. If you're over 21, they put you in the fatty category. Obviously, I'm not fatty, but they put me in the category. So for the rest of the day, you call me fatty. What the fuck?
I like to bully you.
Nah. In the Asian society, women aren't the only ones oppressed, but also the men. The society unreasonably expects men to be rich and to take on the entire responsibility of raising a family. I used to think that the idea, "You can only have a wife if you have money, a house and a car," only existed in certain families. I never thought it would happen to me. I come from a single-parent family, but even my mom has these unbearable thoughts. One day, I was talking with my Taiwanese mother on the phone. Without even knowing my boyfriend, she only asked questions regarding his family's background and salary. When she heard that he didn't make up to 200,000 Taiwanese, she got mad and scolded me hysterically. But I am perfectly capable of making a living on my own. So why do I need to rely on a man? Why does my mom judge a person's value based on money? This is the culture I dislike and can't escape from. At this moment, all I can do is envy the social system in Europe where children receive free education. The next day, after calling my mom, I was still thinking about this. Sitting on the park bench under the sun, I said to my boyfriend, which was me, right?
Yeah, it's actually someone else.
You have to think.
Some other Swedish guy.
Oh my god, too many Swedish connections.
I'm just kidding, because I'm sure.
Yeah,
If
someone
I-
will misunderstand.
Yeah, if I don't say I'm just kidding, they will really think I dated someone else.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
no.
so I had the same thinking. Yeah, so this was me, basically. Sitting on the park bench under the sun, I said to my boyfriend, "I don't know if I should work hard and make money to meet my mom's expectation." I just want to say, this is before we do YouTube, before we do anything. You only have a blog at this time, and you are in Sweden and study Swedish, so we are both poor at this time. I don't know if I should work hard and make money to meet my mom's expectation and win her approval, or if I should just ignore her and living this happy life without needing a lot of money. He said, "I think one of the reasons humans being reproduce is once people grow old, they are unable to change their values to adapt to society. Your values are the productions of the modern society. If you change your behavior just to meet the value of your mom's generation, don't you think that your personal development of the past 20 years has been meaningless?" It was a warm and sunny day in Gothenburg. The kids were throwing sand at each other in the park. I say, their toy cars are parked in all directions. I'm going to draw some parking spaces and charge them 5 candies an hour. If they don't pay, I will tie their cars to the trees. And started going on with my usual nonsense.
You think I am a good writer?
Yeah, it's really touching. I was so touched. I forgot to say this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During this time, I was not so confident in myself. And when my mother said, "Oh, you should get this kind of job," and "Oh, your salary is too low." Yeah, and then I just feel like, oh, no one really 好，没有人肯定我。And I was really in the status that I am nothing, you know. That's why I feel so sensitive and fragile, because I don't know where to go and I don't know who I will become. So that's why I feel I'm like a drifter. When I wrote this article, I lived in Sweden and I was jobless because I quit my job to live in Sweden and try to get a job there. So I was pretty broke.
And at the time I even asked you, because I think you should do something. I asked, oh, maybe you can walk my friend's dog, then she can pay you a little bit. And you are like, you think I moved to Sweden to live to you to be a dog walker?
Yeah.
And you were so angry at me. I wonder, because now you are successful, And do you think this is due to the pressure of the Taiwanese society?
Because I think in the end of the article, I was thinking, oh, should I work so hard just to meet my mother's expectation, or I should just keep doing what I like? And I think I made all my decision out of the situation, the circumstances, because the circumstances is like I couldn't stay in Sweden anymore because I have to wait for the visa. So I just moved back to Taiwan. Because when I make YouTube video in the beginning, she also say like, what the fuck are you doing? Why you are just hiding in your room and making videos? You don't even make money from it. Get a job. But later when I make money, of course she's happy. But yeah, that's why I wanted to say. I just do things according to my own will.
It's funny you say about your mother being worried of you being a YouTuber, because my father also was really worried when I quit my job and do YouTube full time.
Oh really?
Yeah, but he didn't tell me.
Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything.
No, I didn't say anything.
But how do you know he's worried?
Because much later I asked him like, what do you think when I quit my job and start making YouTube, you know? He said, I think you are so stupid and I am really worried. And then I asked, okay, then why you don't say anything? He said, no, you can make your own mistakes.
Yeah, I think that is the difference. Of course, we don't know all the European parents, but I think his parents really knows the boundary. Like, they know, even they don't agree what the kids do, they don't say it. But the Asian parents like to say, I think you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Yeah. But your parents is like, okay, I don't agree with your decision, but I will just be quiet because it's your own life, you know. They really keep this boundary.
I think so too. Okay, I will put a link down in the description if you guys want to read the original article written 10 years ago by little Charlie. And maybe you can write another article when you are in Sweden this time to see what you think. Yeah. Because I think this time you're not like escaping the life in Taiwan, we just like try to live in Taiwan, you know.
Yeah.
And I think
now I have a good life in Taiwan with all my friends and a stable job.
So anyway, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please check out Charlie's channel. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.